thought how much water you use on a typical day?
The average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water per day. To put that in perspective, the average family uses about 400 gallons a day, and that's equivalent to about 400 milk jugs.
Dirty water and poor treatment is one of the main issues regarding water and water usage today. In developing countries, over 90% of water is allowed to enter rivers and streams without any sort of treatment. As humans, we have a responsibility to use the water on our earth in a healthy, responsible, and renewable way. Humans are made up of just about 60% water. I mean, heck, even our brains are about 75% water.
Without food, humans can survive to about a month. But without water, we can only survive about a week or so. Here in Denver, there's a 5-step process to clean the water, and it does a very thorough and fantastic job of keeping the water clean. According to the World Health Organization, there is around 1.6 million deaths a year that are linked to dirty water and poor sanitation. In reality, we don't have that much water left on Earth. Even though 70% of the Earth's surface is covered in water, around only about 2% of the Earth's water is fresh.
Unfortunately, of that 2%, 1.6% is actually in the polar ice caps. That leaves just 0.4% for the entire world of 7 billion people to fend for themselves. That's just illogical. Water is one of the main habitat requirements for wildlife to be sustainable. About 17% of known biological species live in the oceans. Let's try and keep that water clean. If we don't change our ways, then 2/3 of the world's population will face water scarcity by 2025. 'As humans, sometimes we take water for granted. There are so many activities that involve water, such as kayaking, canoeing, swimming, and surfing. The list goes on and on. So, the next time that you're out doing one of these activities, just remember to stay conscious of your actions when it comes to water and water waste. "80% of the water pollution is caused due to domestic sewage, like throwing garbage on open ground and into bodies of water. So next time you find yourself tempted to throw some trash on the ground or in some water, make sure to recycle it or throw it away properly in the trash."
Thankfully though, there are things that we can do in order to prevent more bad things from happening to our water.
If you're washing your dishes by hand, make sure to let the sink fill up with water instead of letting it just run. That saves a ton of water.
Simply reducing a 10-minute shower to a 5-minute shower can save roughly 12.5 gallons of water. When you're doing your laundry, always make sure to do full loads. This will drastically reduce the amount of water used.
Bring a water bottle to school to avoid using a drinking fountain that can use more than a person drinks. Drinking fountains do not recycle water but push new water through each time a new user comes along. Another way to save water is to flush less or install toilets that use less water.
In conclusion, even though the current trend for water usage looks grim, we have the power to change that. Through the power of the internet and mass media, we can truly gain worldwide traction.
The power of the individual is strong. By changing simple habits in your everyday life, you can have a major effect on water usage and its conservation.